Now I know for sure. Okay, now we can start. Fucking Leo. 7 bananas.
Yes.
What would you like to be called?
Leo is probably better.
But you will know his tag is on the screen and whatever. How did you find Smash?
I found it as like half of the people playing now, maybe more. Documentary friend showed it to me. I watched the whole thing. It was great. And then like we realized there were tournaments in Stockholm. So we went to one, and from then it's been like every week for I don't know how many years, like 6 years. I have no clue.
Yeah,
but something like that. Yeah, and that's how I found it. It was like it's just an accident. It just happened.
Did you play Melee as a child before?
Oh yeah, yes, a lot. My neighbor had it. Friend had it. Yeah, I played a bunch. I played in kindergarten also. I remember the thing I remember from kindergarten is Samus Grapple.
Yeah.
I know I only played Link, and I called him Little Red Riding Hood. Red skin.
Were you aware that it was not Little Red Riding Hood?
Yes, I was. Or I realized, but I thought that was like
that was the reference.
Yeah, I was the oldest child, and I didn't have any like older siblings.
Yeah.
So there was no video games for me to get into, and my parents didn't really condone video games a whole lot.
Like a lot, or at all, or did you have?
Yeah, I got a PS2 when I was maybe like 7-8 years old, but we weren't allowed to play too much.
No.
I guess it's like maybe a bit reasonable also.
Yeah.
But still, I couldn't play a whole lot.
Yeah. So you were at your friend's house and then you played Melee.
Yeah.
Was it like your favorite game at your friend's house, or was it just another game?
I remember it was fun. It was fun because I mean, all of his I had two friends who had Melee. One whose older brothers played. It was fun to play with older brothers, and it was a fun game also, like with the hammer and everything. I remember the hammer mostly.
Yeah.
And then at my other friend, we played. You know, him and I and his older sister.
Yeah.
He played Dr. Mario, and it was also fun. From him, I remember more like the party balls.
Yeah.
Or the
where it
ones
just
that
drops
break.
a bunch of items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I remember from that friend.
What was your character at that time?
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I only used B moves.
That was your character.
Yeah.
The red button.
Yeah. I thought C-stick was lame.
Yeah, we did too. Yeah.
Yeah, shit stick.
Yeah.
It was trash.
Yeah.
But you know, it's. I think you know the CPU kept the Falcon side B into up B.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. One of the better combos.
You actually knew a combo.
Yeah.
My strategy when I was young was I mostly used. I didn't use C stick, but I almost always used smash attacks by doing A and like the analog stick. Because we said that the C stick it removes the execution of analog and F and A or whatever, and you couldn't use it in single player. So of course it was cheating.
Yeah, obviously.
And so we banned that. And then my only strategy with Pika was I would full hop. And I would up B with full momentum, or down B with full momentum, and then it would just go like down from below.
That's a classic runaway strategy.
Yeah, I did it all the time on Temple. That was the only stage we played.
It was great. I think maybe it was fun to play that.
Did you have some semblance of like the feeling of competitive Melee back then? In the sense of, did you ever feel like you had such a like tight game, or you got the same like set experience that you could later when you played Melee for like a tournament perspective?
Well, at one of my friends, we for some reason the summer. When did Minecraft come out? It was 2011, 2012.
If you want to play, by the way, I can just switch the overlays. It doesn't matter.
I think it was 2012, 2011, something like that.
Yeah.
We played Minecraft. We went swimming, and I know that we played some Smash also. And that's like the only time where I that's the first time we had close games.
Was this in middle school, or was it high school, or was it in? Well, if it was Minecraft came out, it was like high school, right?
I think it was 13, 14.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, and then you played with. Did you still play with items and all that stuff?
No, at that time we had removed the items, but we didn't know much. I only know just. I think the reason we started playing was like I came across, I don't know how and why or why.
Yeah.
But we came across like this a Donkey Kong versus a Fox on FD,
Okay.
and the Donkey Kong was four stocking this Fox, and then the last thing the Donkey Kong did was that he did a cargo throw into, he like jumped off stage and did a cargo throw into the stage.
Yeah.
So that was like what got us started with like, you know,
Yeah.
the whole thing. Can you actually do that?
Yeah.
And whatnot.
Yeah. That's actually cool that you found some sort of video at least of it before you.
Yeah.
How did you find the? Or rather, I guess I should first ask: did you play any other games? You mentioned Minecraft. Have you played any other games where you played like a bit competitively or something like that previous to Smash?
Previous to Smash, I played. Good question. Yeah, maybe like League of Legends.
Yeah.
For a while, and then I think I started playing Smash after I played CS:GO.
Yeah.
So we did play. I did play Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
For a while.
This guy's kind of using the strat I used when I was a baby.
Yeah, he's just
Did you see?
away. Let's just see if we can do this. Sometimes I'm gonna play. I still can't kill him.
What are you doing?
I don't know. What
Yeah. Yeah, but so. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying that I had kind of played Counter-Strike.
Yeah. But never in the same way that you played Melee, or was it more like competitive?
Counter-Strike was, I think, from the beginning and all the way through, was way more competitive.
Yeah.
Because I mean, there is not much to Counter-Strike. Like, let's say you get a sick Counter-Strike clip.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
then it usually won you the round also.
Yeah.
While as a combo in Melee.
You can do something cool, but it doesn't necessarily translate to tournament results.
Yeah, and you can also kill yourself in a combo, like do a 0 to death,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be pretty useless,
Yeah.
or like even Stevens.
You just empty kill it.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Then I can't.
Why can't you just fucking? He's just F smashing in front of you. Wow.
It's for some reason I can't do this
Don't cancel
with this
out smash.
controller. Yeah,
Ah, okay.
I mess it up all.
He's pissed right now.
Yeah.
Did you did you, when you watched the documentary, did you come into it completely by yourself, or was it, as you mentioned before, with like a bunch of friends?
Yeah, it was the one friend who like linked it to me. Him and I and like some other people he showed it to. We went to the tournament, so it was kind of like a few people. I didn't know a lot of them at the time, but you know, we got to know each other because we played together. So there were. You could say there were like different friend groups who pretty much joined together, and then some continued playing Melee, some didn't. But yeah, it was kind of a new set of people to hang over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you met these guys through school or something, right?
Yeah, they had met them through school, so it was
Yeah.
like their what's it called in English? Gymnasium? I
don't
can't remember.
I don't know, but not college, but whatever is before college, probably.
Yeah. So I got to know them also. Good stuff. It was a long time ago now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really long time ago.
When did you actually start?
I started in. The thing is, I don't really remember. I was at the second SO tournament.
Mm-hmm. But it was definitely after the documentary.
Yeah, it was the documentary that got me to start like playing. I realized you could get good, but I didn't know like anything other than I didn't know if the people who were playing on Final Destination were just. I mean, if they were just two siblings playing on a high level, or if they were actually good.
Yeah.
I had no clue, and I didn't really have any. I didn't try to find out either.
No.
It was just cool to see the game in a different way, because they were playing way different to how we had been playing.
Yeah. Did you immediately, when you saw the documentary, go like, oh shit, I really have to...
I want to play, yeah. Hell yeah. For sure. The first thing I did was like to find out how you could get a setup.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I really wanted to play.
Yeah.
It looked so good.
Mm-hmm.
But... at the same time, it was... I don't think I had a job back then.
No.
Because I was only like 16, 17. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I know that I couldn't afford it like the first month or anything.
Yeah.
So I think I borrowed money to buy it. And then I bought a controller on eBay, a third-party one.
Oh, they're disgusting.
Yeah, it broke the first day. It was really horrible.
Yeah.
I don't even get how they can sell those.
No. I think their entire market is just smashers who want to get into Smash. They're like, it can't be that bad to buy a third party.
Yeah, then they get owned.
Yeah, we bought third party too, and the buttons were so stiff that you actually had to almost strain yourself to push down. I think the X button.
That's
because
horrible.
it was so like, how would you describe it? It was so hard. You couldn't press any button. And it just felt, the plastic feels all weird, and you could like cut yourself on where the two shells kind of merge, the bottom part of the shell and the top part of the shell. You know, there's like a plastic little cut in between.
It wasn't sanded.
And you could so you could like kind of cut yourself if you weren't careful. It's awful. It's
That's
awful.
really horrible.
That X button had morning wood, for sure. So well. It was so rock solid, erect. Definitely an erect button. But so then it must have been like around, because the documentary didn't it come out? Correct me if I'm wrong, chap, but didn't it come out like around 2013? I think.
Was it? Yeah, or to 2011. It's one of those 2 years. I'm mixing them together.
Late 2013, yeah.
Okay.
So maybe 2014 was your first.
Yeah, it was.
Because a lot of the guests that I've had on previously, they have, when they talked about going to SU and starting to go to Smash tournaments and shit, they have mentioned that you were one of the people that played before they did.
Oh yeah, I'm probably like, because I don't think like the people who were at SU, like the first SU, I went to the second one, and I think the people who came to the first SU were all people who already played Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Or like mostly at least.
I think it's kind of fair to say that you're probably one of the most old school, new school players.
Yeah.
In the sense that you're probably the first dog kid that started playing Smash in Stockholm.
Yeah, or I'm not the first one, but I'm like the one who's
went to the local and stayed. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to think of who else did.
Yeah.
And I mean,
because it was like the gang that you came with, like Polisen and like wasn't Doggy there day one and like some other people, and they like came on and off, but you're the one that stayed the most out of that gang.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean they were like as active as me, and for a while probably even more active.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just stayed.
But who went on the second one then? Or the
who
first
went on the
that
second one? I think it was. I'm gonna try to remember.
Yeah.
It was me. My tag at the time being golf with a Q. And then it was Dog. I don't know what his tag was at the time. Later on, Carl Baker till Botkyrka kommun 2012. Good tag.
Yeah.
Who else was there? Maybe Slime?
Yeah.
Ice Climber player or Yoshi player?
Or whatever player.
Or whatever player. Yeah. Who else?
Isa, right?
Yeah, Isa was there. I think, Jack was there. Okay. I remember Jack. Mm-hmm. For some reason, the thing I remember from him was that there was one of us had a controller that wasn't working on the setup.
Yeah.
And I told someone to like blow into the what do you call it, the connector thing.
Yeah.
And he said it was making it sound like a foolish thing to do. And it was, you know.
Are you a fucking idiot? But he said it with the one word that you shouldn't be saying. I guess he.
I don't know. It was kind of hostile.
Immediately hostile.
Yeah. But then, fortunately enough, because actually Isa wasn't there the first time we were there.
Oh.
Isa came the second time we were there. And he was, I think he really is the reason that I stuck as much as I did.
Yeah.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely the reason I went there so many times.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I remember. And I remember like also some people who were only there like for like the first few times.
Yeah.
And it's when I sometimes mention them, like not many people even remember them at all.
Yeah.
I know there was a guy called Sam who had, for some reason, he had like pretty good tech skill.
Yeah.
I mean, he was doing clean drill shine up smashes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For some reason, I never saw him again.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He went to Klara Södra Gymnasium, I think.
I actually went to Klara Norra Gymnasium.
Oh.
Did you know that Gillian and I went to the same gymnasium at Klara Norra?
No clue.
Yeah, that's how we first met.
Wait, did you meet each other before Smash?
Yeah, none of us knew that we were interested in Smash until we met at an SU. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you doing here? And he was like, what the fuck? Because we talked a little bit, but that was only about like League. Because I was pretty good at League at the time. Yeah. So he like asked me something about League or something, and we talked about we should play sometime. But that never happened, you know, because we didn't go in the same class or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he kind of switched schools and whatever. But it doesn't matter. The point being that it's kind of funny that there was another Smasher at Klara Södra apparently. And I just, as you mentioned now, and I have no idea about that either. No.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, at your first tournament, was the first meet that you went to, was it actually a tournament?
Yes. I think there was... Do I even remember? Yeah, I'm pretty... No, yeah. No, because we came late.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a tournament. I don't think there was a tournament back then.
Mm-hmm.
It was just... I think it was just friendlies. Yeah, because we couldn't even have a tournament, because I think there were 2 or 3 CRTs, and then I don't know how many people actually experienced it. The projector. What do you call it? The
projector.
Projector.
Yeah.
Which played only like 50 Hatch.
Yeah.
Black and white.
Yeah. Great. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's so we couldn't. But
No.
I think the second or third time there were tournaments when I went there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you remember, or do you remember your first opponent you played? And this could be either in tournament or outside of tournament. Just the first person you played against. Do you remember?
I think the first. Who was the first one? I actually have no clue.
Yeah.
It might have been Sam. It might have been Krusel. It might have been or Carlos. What's his name? Kivo.
Yeah.
But the first person I really remember that I played is Arky.
Yeah.
Him I remember.
Yeah.
Was fun to play. I don't remember much other than that he was like a really nice guy to play with. You know, super friendly, helpful. I don't remember much more than that. I don't think.
How did you do when you first came to SF?
Oh, horrible.
Yeah.
Like really bad. There were some people I think I managed to beat.
Yeah.
But they were also like the new ones, and like those people were the same ones that didn't ever like come back. So I didn't have like a.
You were so mean to them after they lost to you.
Just trash. No,
If you thought Jack was being bad when he was talking about your controller.
I made more people quit.
You made them cry after the set.
I was like, oh, so this is how we do this. I made everyone quit.
Your play is fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You're filthy. Never come back.
It's so weird. I haven't thought about this in a long time, actually. Like these things with the people who were there from the beginning.
Who did you play in the beginning?
Marth.
Marth.
Yeah, I think Marth is how I learned to play the game. I think my Marth is. I think that's because for some reason, you know, I mained a lot of characters in the last few years. Oh, he doesn't want to roll. But like Martha, I've never had him as the main character. I've been playing since I started playing the game.
Yeah.
But for some reason, the movement has stuck. I think I probably still have the best movement with Martha.
Out of all of your characters.
Yeah. I really do think so.
So you started off with Marth, and you went to your first tournament, and you felt like you got destroyed, even though you beat some of the new people.
Yeah, I don't know how bad I got destroyed. I know that it took a long time for me to win.
Against, what do you mean by win?
Like win against someone other than my friends.
Yeah.
Or someone who wasn't like as new as I was. That took a long time.
How did you fare compared to your friends then? In your friend group, were you like the worst, the best, in the middle?
No, I think. Wait.
Oh.
I think during the first few years at least, I was probably the best one.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it hasn't been like that all the time.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, I think I was the one who mostly won. I'm not sure if that's true. I think it's true.
Yeah.
I really do think
From your point of view, as of right now, you believe that was what happened?
Yeah. Or actually, because I played with Naiki. Naiki was
Marth, right?
Yeah.
Was he in your friend group as well?
Yeah, he was with us like on the first first couple of tournaments.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, he was the one I played with mostly in the beginning.
Yeah.
And you know, he was better than me.
Yeah,
for sure.
Mm-hmm. So maybe like second or third best in the friend group.
Yeah, at least second.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he doesn't really count the same friend group because he was like. I mostly played him. He didn't really play anyone else than me, I think. I don't think, really. Other from SCP.
Does he still play?
I have no clue what he's doing nowadays.
What did you feel like your first like local experience was like overall? Because you came back, right?
Yeah, I did. It was something very new. And I knew from the first time I was at a local I wanted to play more, or like I want to do this again. Without a doubt, it was. What would you say? Like imprisoning. I don't know.
Encapsulating.
Yeah, I wanted. I knew I was.
Tantalizing.
Yeah, all of those words.
Seductive.
Yeah.
You felt sexually attracted to the local.
Maybe I would be really kinky, but sure, something like that. But I knew I was gonna go there again.
Yeah.
No matter, I mean, at the point where it wouldn't have to matter too much if my friends went there. I probably would have gone there anyway.
Yeah,
I think.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember much more. What was the question?
The question was, what was it that made you come back? Because you told me that your first experience was something positive, right?
Yeah. I still don't know. I don't know what...
What was your main motivator when you actually started out?
A great game, I think. I wanted to, for the first... Let's see, how long... First 2 years, 3 years maybe, I actually tried getting I wanted to be good.
Yeah.
But I pretty much have no. I realized after 2 or 3 years I'm never gonna get actually good. And when I think good, I'm thinking top 3 Stockholm, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no way. I don't have. I realized after a while I don't have the talent, the motivation, or the. I think I realized that what I have to put in to get good is not going to be worth it. I'm not that interested if I can count in what it's going to take. So.
But in the beginning, you felt like you probably could do this. And you wanted to.
I wanted to get good.
Yeah.
At the game.
We could touch on that mentality kind of stuff later, but to refocus on the early beginnings, who was your first, or did you ever have a true rival in the sense where you felt like this is a person I really want to beat?
That's a good question. Me and Nike used to joke about Krosel for some reason.
Joke about what?
Krosel. It was like a random market. I know there's one video of him on YouTube or on Twitch on Leffen's channel where Leffen JV5s in with Donkey Kong. And I don't know why.
And you felt like this is my rival.
It's so silly.
This is who I want to beat.
Yeah.
The guy that didn't hit Leffen once.
Yeah, that guy. It's so funny when you think about it. But for some reason, because it wasn't even me who felt that way. It was Nike who just said it for some random reason. I don't know why he picked Knudsen. For some reason, it had to be that guy. And I think this was... Krosel only played for 2 months, maybe. But we talked about Krosel for years.
You held on to Krosel.
Yeah, I don't know why.
He left a lasting impression on you.
Yeah, he really did. And I still don't know why.
So perhaps Klusen. Did you have any other rivals of any sort?
I mean, I guess it was Naiki, but he was always a little bit better. Because the thing with him was that he stopped playing for a few days, or a few like a week at a time.
Yeah.
And then he came back and played again. And at the end of that week, he had caught up to me and was a little bit better. It wasn't much better, but it was really hard to win.
Yeah.
Maybe also a mental block, but
yeah,
always a little bit better.
Yeah.
I don't know. Other than him, I don't know how many times I've been a stock away from beating Celius.
Yeah.
I don't know. For some reason, I've never been able to beat him.
Yeah.
I still think I haven't beaten him.
Yeah. I don't think I have either. He stopped going when I started getting good.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, I'm little to say. I don't know. I don't know why I didn't manage to, but it's something maybe. Yeah, but I've played it versus him a ton of times.
Yeah.
Haven't won.
What was the climate like when it was early EXU? Like, who were the people that first came in that you observed and saw, like, okay, these guys are actually getting good?
I think, like, out of the new people on EXU, I think I know Nobody and Andrew.
Yeah.
When they came, they were pretty. I think they were pretty good from the beginning, but you could notice they were. I guess they were playing a lot, but I remember them being like coming in, getting good quick.
Yeah.
I don't know why though, because I think there was a lot of people who were getting good quick.
Yeah.
But for some reason they've stuck.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Emperor from the same crew. Also good player.
Is that like a Ganon player or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember.
Yeah. And then, who else? I'm trying to think of the power ranking. Potts, I didn't know was gonna get good.
You didn't think he was
No,
gonna
I
get
didn't
good at
think
all.
it was gonna. I thought it was gonna be a noob. He also got good. Max also actually
Acid.
got pretty darn good. Yeah. Who else?
Because to me, I started in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And when I started, the power ranking, the people who were getting good, like the ones I view them, I have no idea when they came in relation to each other, right? So to me, I couldn't tell you if Ekim or Dady, like I know now, but I couldn't have told you then by their skill or whatever, who was the fastest riser or who started first.
Yeah.
But you kind of saw it, because I understand that like Andrew and Nobody, them I know have played for a long time, because even like Dady and Dady is probably the one that I've interviewed that has played the longest, I think, except for Flippy, of course, who played before Doc. And he also mentioned like Nobody was somebody he wanted to beat.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like where the people that actually got like really good in Stockholm came in to playing is like sort of jumbled up for me. How is the experience seeing that like new players are coming in, they're actually like improving really fast?
Yeah, it was kind of. I remember it was annoying that I couldn't play net play.
Yeah.
I remember both. I think mostly Nike, but he thought net play was the devil, and that's the only reason that Ekim got so good and beat him. You know.
Because of netplay. Ekim who hates netplay.
I know, which is so silly. I don't know why it is like that.
Yeah.
But wait, what was the question again?
The question was, how was it like seeing these players that came up, that started after or around the same time as you, And seeing like how the levels, the meta game of who beats who, kind of shapes around. Do you see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. I don't know if I thought about it that much. I mean, you could notice like. I mean, for a long time, I lost against the same people and I won against the same people.
Yeah.
So I don't think I paid much attention to it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I remember the only one I remember like mixing things up is Nobody, Andrew, and Davey.
Yeah.
Them I remember like changing a lot. But other than that, I don't really know. And then I guess Ekim also, because he had really good, really fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That.
And those are the ones that happened previously to 2015, because like afterwards there's like we still have quick rising players like Pipsqueak, for instance.
Oh yeah.
But that's like more. It feels more recent.
Yeah, much more recent
than that.
Yeah, old school SO was also there were way more even levels.
Yeah.
Old school SO, in my opinion, was a lot more fun because people it took time for them to get good.
Yeah.
So the playing field was way more even.
Yeah. It sounds like super fun. It's like a. Like when you discover a competitive game or whatever with a group of friends at the same time, and it's just a scramble immediately to who can get best the fastest.
Yeah.
And you don't really know from week to week who's going to be the better one at the end.
Yeah, it was way more like that. But I feel like after the netplay revolution, like where people actually started playing netplay, because I mean, at one point it came to that most people actually play netplay.
Yeah.
And after that, the progression wasn't as linear, I guess.
Yeah.
Because some people started grinding, some people didn't.
Yeah.
And like in a month, people got better. I feel like.
Yeah.
Which you couldn't really before.
Yeah.
Not in the same way, at least.
Yeah. Did people, to your knowledge, play each other outside of the locals at the time of early SO? Or was it just like you independently met each other at the local and then there weren't like Smash Fests or anything in between?
There were some. I know Robin.
Fau.
Fau. He hosted, and I think Jack hosted every once in a while. I can't I'm trying to think who hosted.
Yeah.
Because I was mostly playing with my friends. I don't really remember who hosted. Was mostly Fau, I think. He hosted like all the time.
Yeah.
He played tons.
Yeah. Didn't he improve quickly as well?
Yeah, he did for sure. I mean, the first time I played him, I mean, he still like he destroyed me. But then, when you saw him beating other people, he got good really quickly. And the only time I think I ever talked to Armada was actually, I don't know why. Oh, I'm dead here. I don't know why, but I asked him about caffeine, I think, when he plays. Like, if he doesn't get drained by it. And he said he didn't. And then I asked him, who do you think is gonna get, like, good in Sweden? And he said, he mentioned Fau. Fau and Davey. But I think he mentioned Fau right first.
Which, I mean, it's kind of true. He did get very good.
He did get really good.
Yeah. Do you remember your first, like, fuck yeah kind of win?
I don't know if I have one of them.
Do you not have any fuck yeah kind of wins?
I'm gonna try to think. Do I have any fuck yeah kind of wins? I won against... That's a fuck yeah kind of win. Have I ever had a fuck yeah kind of win?
Any win that sticks out to you, like satisfying or?
I remember beating nobody.
Yeah.
with my Luigi. I think he was power ranked pretty high in Stockholm.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember why, but at the time I was just switching characters from week to week. And for some reason I thought like this week is gonna be Luigi week or something like that. And I played him with Luigi. I remember I actually won like the first game. I can't remember how. And then the second game, the first one I lost. The counterpick fountain.
Okay.
I think I 3-stuck him with Luigi. I wasn't playing
this
Luigi,
was Luigi
the first
Fox.
game. Yeah, Luigi Fox.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing Luigi the first game. I was playing someone else.
Yeah.
And then I counterpick fountain, 3-stuck him, and then on the Final Destination last game, I don't remember how he dies. I think he kills himself with a B, and I don't know. I think he did it maybe with intentions to kill himself. I don't know this. I don't think anyone knows except for him.
Yeah.
Actually, it would be pretty fun to ask him if he did it. Like,
did you
on
purposefully
purpose.
lose to my Luigi?
Yeah, because I think he might have. I don't know if he was being nice. Also, except from like now that I have like some friends like that I know really well from Smash, he's my for sure favorite person to play friendlies with.
Yeah. Nobody.
Yeah, for sure. The most funnest guy.
He's very fun to play against. He's kind of aggressive.
Super aggressive, and he also says funny stuff. I don't know if it's just my humor.
I remember I played in tournament against him, and in tournament he reacts to things that I do. With Yoshi, it's like, what?
Yeah. It's
that was sjukt!
It's so funny.
He gives so much credit to me also as a Yoshi player, which is rare. Rare to see someone respect as much as he did. He did. And then it turned into frustration. But at the beginning it was like, oh shit! And it was like, wait, this guy's actually beating me. What the fuck's going on?
It's so funny that you say that, because I think that's gonna be what is like a lot of the time. Like when people praise someone for doing something that's really hard, but then you actually, when they get good, it's hard.
Because in the beginning, because this was the same set. He was in in UK, so he hadn't seen me play in so long, and he didn't even know I played Yoshi, right? So he comes back, and then the first stock, I do like a 0 to death, and he's like, "Oh shit, what?" And he reacted like the 0 to death was something I hadn't done before, like that was like a peak moment for me or something. And I was like, yeah, Yoshi's kind of strong or whatever. And then we keep playing, and I think I like 2 or 3 stock him. And he was like, oh shit, wait, I gotta like, he's actually good.
Yeah, he realized that.
Yeah. So that was kind of the feeling he had. We talked a lot about locals. What about your first major?
My first major was Beast. Beast 5, I think, in Hvitfeldtska gymnasiet.
That was Beast 4.
Was it Beast 4?
Beast 5 was in the hangar.
Okay, then it was Beast.
I think, because I think I went to Beast 5. Maybe I'm wrong.
Then it was Beast 4, which was like...
I could be wrong.
The most fun experience.
Nice! Or maybe I went to... Was Beast 6 the last one or Beast 7?
Beast 7 was the last one.
Okay, because I went to 2 Beasts and that was Beast 6 and 7. So 5 was in the school, 4 was in the church.
Wait.
Or was
church?
Wasn't there like a church building?
But...
Wasn't that the one that Mango went to?
That was the one I was at.
Okay, yeah, okay.
I don't know.
4, I think.
4, okay.
I think. I think 5 was in the church. Oh, fuck me. Whatever. The beast that was in the church and the school. Where Mango went.
Yeah, exactly.
What was your experiences of that tournament?
It was so much fun. I remember... Wait. Oh, sorry. I remember we had to get someone because we weren't old enough to
drink.
Yeah, so we had to get someone to buy us drinks.
Yeah.
The first night, and we were just running around like a little bit drunk, having so much fun.
In really Gothenburg,
fun. Yeah, it was the best.
Who bought the alcohol?
I'm not gonna call him out, but
is it a smasher?
He has a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
Where he you can say it's a topic.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
But yeah.
He has cool glasses.
Yeah. Very thankful, and I might be lying also. You don't know.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't know if it's him or if I'm just lying.
No.
But yeah, so we were
Mordbrand, as you could say.
You could.
You could say that.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, and I remember like the first night. I remember it was weird because AMSA,
the
European AMSA,
mm-hmm.
was like walking past me while I was falling asleep.
Drunk.
Into like his place where he was staying, because he was like staying with everyone else.
Yeah.
And it was so weird to like see him and being like in that kind of place, because I had never been to or had I? Yeah, I had been to a festival, but I hadn't been to anything like that previously.
Yeah.
So it was just great experience. I think everyone who's gone on a tournament knows like it's hella fun, and everyone there is also there to have fun. Or some people are there to only win. But I mean, kind of like that. It was fun.
Was this beast the best major you've been to? Or which have you liked the most?
I think it was easily the best one.
Yeah. So what have you been to? You've been to... have you been to Ascension?
Yeah, Ascension was also good.
Valhalla and Beast, and you've been to Air, right? We were to Air together, right?
I was to Air. Air was nice. Air was nice.
You were drunk playing Mafia, I remember.
Oh yeah, we were destroying the English kids at Mafia. Me and Otto. So much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Second Beast was also fun, but it wasn't as fun. I don't know. I think Phoenix Blue 2 was great also.
Yeah. I like Phoenix Blue 2.
Yeah, it was. I had a lot of fun there. Wait, was it Valhalla that was this year? Valhalla was also fun.
Yeah.
Red Bull tournaments have always been great.
They're fucking insane.
Yeah, for some reason I don't know how they make them so good. Shoutouts Flippy, but they're always really good.
Dude, I was so sad when Corona hit, because we were about to get the new Red Bull venue.
Oh yeah.
You know, the one that's right next to Inferno Online. Yeah.
I was there testing setups.
Yeah.
I mean, if we actually get that venue, it's gonna be pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah,
because we probably will. I don't see a reason why they'd be like, nah.
I think I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but I think Flippy noise is good noise.
Yeah,
he's making good noises.
He's moaning in the TL chats. Yeah. I wanted to ask you about favorite Smash memory.
Oh, good question. That's actually really hard. Never thought about this.
Yeah.
Should I? I'm trying to think. Do I have to? I'll choose a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think I can choose the best one. A good one is.
Why did you like lose your virginity?
No.
So like cannot tell story.
No, it's hard to pick one that's better, but I have a lot of great ones.
Yeah.
I remember. I think the first time. I think it was the first time Colin was at
Zero.
Yeah.
Or Cell. Yeah.
I know that was such a fun day because we were sitting like under the table playing Jenga towers. I can't even. It wasn't even Smash related, but it was just so much fun. I don't even know why that was so fun. It was just hanging out. Yeah, it didn't have too much to do with Smash.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. More like Smash-wise. I have no clue. Maybe like one of the nights with where we play at Adam's place with Matthias.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are really
probably one of those times.
Yeah.
It's the most fun I've had with Smash for sure. And I don't know if it still counts as Smash. I think it does because I think it adds something to like the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's for sure like the most fun I've had. Just playing with friends.
Yeah, just hanging out.
Yep.
You tapped on a little bit before the part about becoming good and what it would mean. And you said that after like a couple of years you realized that the amount of effort or the amount of talent you would need in order to get to where you wanted to be in the beginning would be too much for you to want to commit to at the time.
Yeah.
Did I correctly summarize that?
Yeah, I think so. It was like after a while, like because you actually have to very actively try to get better at melee. I think, or at least that's the case for me. I have to actively think about this guy rolling, which for a long time I didn't really know how to even.
Yeah.
Then after I started playing Battle Ride, which is all like rock, paper, scissors, that's when I realized how I actually could play melee. But then melee is way more complex, so it's like it's still really hard to get good in melee. And I don't really think it's rarely. I kind of can do like the backer stuff and finish a combo with Falco F smash.
Yeah.
But that's really has never. It hasn't been rewarding for me ever.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I'm thinking about this because I mean it would be fun to be actually good at the game.
What does being good at the game mean to you?
I think it's very performance based, like being power ranked consistently, having a record where you beat players like who are good, I guess. Like that's how I see. That's what I think about being good. Although at the same time, you can be good in different ways in that. You can be good at. Like one thing you can be good at is like technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like being technically good. and then you can be like awareness, I guess, like with spacing and like making the option, doing the option that covers the most things. And then you can be good in the way that you're creative. So if you ever watch Sing play, he's super creative. Like you never know what movie he's gonna make. I can tell you, like I really think Sing is the best way to explain that kind of good, because he always uses a move and it makes perfect sense, but you would never ever think of that yourself. And there is also like making cool combos. I guess you can be good that way too.
Yeah.
And all of those things are pretty different from each other. I think it takes different. Like one person is gonna think like spacing is more fun. For instance, I guess dating probably spacing is more fun than making a combo or something like that, or being super technical. Whereas other people will think way differently. Like Flippy probably thinks pushing the buttons is like he's really good at pushing buttons.
Yeah. Oh no! That would have been sick.
Yeah.
But like, here's something I want to ask you though, because you are power ranked currently.
Am I?
Or you were power ranked.
Yeah,
you have been power ranked.
I have been.
And you have beaten people. But do you think that there is a cutoff point you haven't reached where you would feel like you would be a good player? Because you mentioned being power ranked as being one of the criteria for being a good player.
Wait, are you asking me if I'm ever gonna think I'm a good player?
I'm asking you what clearly defines a good player.
Okay.
Is there like a clear cutoff? Because one of the criteria you mentioned, you have crossed. You have been power ranked, right?
Yeah. That's a very hard question. I think I'm gonna change it to maybe it's as simple as I don't think, like, maybe if you're like beating everyone in Stockholm, except for the 80 pipsqueak company, maybe. Then you're
so the cutoff is top 5 Stockholm, maybe.
Yeah.
So if you were top 5 in Stockholm, you'd feel like I'm good now.
Yeah. Or if I beat Stax, then I'm good.
And what happens if you become 6th? You're right after Stax, for instance. Are you much worse?
I mean, it's more of a feeling than a thought. It's a hard question. I think also my like what I think is good is probably gonna change. Drag him down.
That was sick.
What I think is a good player would probably also like change during that time.
Yeah.
Because the way, I don't know, the way you look at a game changes depending on who you play with.
Yeah.
When I play against you, I'm gonna look at smarter like neutral options, or like try to look at your bad habits way more. Then like if I play against Dante, I'm gonna try to like DI and get a counter, for instance.
Yeah.
I don't know what I said.
So depending on the player that you're facing, the play style you apply is different.
Yeah.
And that plays into what becoming a good player is.
Yeah, kind of. Because, yeah, kind of also. Like, maybe, I don't know if that thought is...
Because, like, this is one of the things that I've felt too, if I can chip in on the mentality discussion. Because, as Flippy says, he thinks that you're a good player. And, I mean...
I think Flip is a good player.
I think I'm a bad player, right?
Yeah, me too.
But I have been ranked above you for a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I feel
you're a good player.
like, see, But the perception of when I was worse than you, for instance, at the beginning, you were better than me and you beat me in tournament. I would see you as a better player. But once I beat you, I didn't feel like I'm suddenly good. I didn't even necessarily feel like I was better. I just felt like, well, he was just above my level, and now I've come a little bit higher. But it didn't change my perception of myself as good or bad. You understand what I mean by this?
Yeah. Maybe that's also gonna be the same case for me, because I'm probably never gonna think. Or like at some point I gotta give in and think that I'm a good player, probably.
I don't think so. I think
not.
this is a flaw with the way that you view if you view the game like this, is the results that you think that you should have will always be relative to the level that you're at.
Oh, yeah.
And so you will always feel like the people who are slightly above you, which you could beat, are reasonably beatable, right?
Yeah. I see the argument. Yeah.
So it will be like a skill creep, where you feel like every time you improve, the people get closer, but as they get closer, you feel like, well, I should beat them. And so the climb doesn't get as necessarily interesting as if, for instance, if it was different, if it was measured maybe once every year, you went to a local every year, and you had no idea how you'd perform. Then maybe, if you beat a player you didn't beat before, the year before, you feel satisfied. But because we get constant measurements of how good we are all the time, your level gets to adjust. Your heuristic of how good you are gets to adjust so consistently that it becomes pointless to feel like this result or this result.
Yeah. It happens gradually rather than in steps.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Forever bad, Sag.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, but I think that's a great way of explaining it. Because I think really that's probably what it's like.
Because do you think Pipsqueak thinks he's good?
I
guess he does. Well, okay. Wait, let's not use Pipsqueak. Let's use Ekim.
Yeah.
Do you think Ekim thinks he's good?
He's also not the best.
You can no. Ekim hates how he thinks he's trash. You know this if you've ever talked to him after he loses. He thinks everyone else is trash, but he thinks that you are trash even for beating him. You can think you and I are both trash. Because if I were better, you just gimmicked me, and if I was better, I would have beaten you. But I'm trash, and you are trash, and that is why this outcome happened.
That's like the most fun way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
And in the same way, do you think that like Sprak thinks he's good?
I mean, he is pretty good.
But does he think he's good?
Yeah. He won't boast, but he doesn't think he's good.
Maybe he has a little bit of ego.
Yeah, a little bit. No, he doesn't though.
No.
Yeah, not at all. But I do think he thinks he's good.
Whatever the
I
case,
don't know.
what I'm trying to prove with the point is that I think the best heuristic and the most healthy thing you could have in measuring how good you are at the game is not relative to, I hate when people do this. Never mind. Yoshi.
Oh, I hate when people do.
Oh, maybe he wants me to pick Yoshi. Maybe he thinks you're...
Okay, wait, I'm gonna trick him.
No, don't play with my Yoshi. Don't play with my
Different color.
at least, yeah.
Different color. Okay, this is my Yoshi.
He's going to walk around like, Riev is this player is so trash. I thought he was supposed to be good.
No, he won't know. Famous
Riev. No, dude, this is going to be so hard for you to talk while playing. No.
I'll beat him.
Yeah, I believe you. I was going to say that the most actual effective way of measuring how good you are at the game, funnily enough, is actually measuring how good you are at the game. Did you know? Instead of comparing yourself to an opponent, perhaps outside of the game, by thinking of their general level or your general level, thinking about how today I learned to shield drop, and yesterday I didn't know how to shield drop.
Yeah, there is, but that's also like Very hard if you because it's hard to measure that way. I think because then when you actually know how to shield drop and you know how to do this combo and you know this and that, but then you lose against the same person. Like what it's hard for me at least because it's just the easier thing would be to, but then again losing and winning is also relative. I don't know.
Because in this instance, let's pretend something. You're playing against Dady, okay? You're in a very serious set against Dady, and you are playing on fire. And Dady is playing literal hot garbage. He is drunk at the same time as being hungover. He hasn't slept in 2 days, and his dog just died. Right? Dady SD's 5 stocks in the first 2 matches. And he barely beats you game 2 or whatever. And then the last game he SDs every single stock. Are you a better player because you beat Dady in a set?
I mean, I'm not, obviously. But that's the myth you're pointing out. And I think you've gotta, like, I agree with you. I really do. It's just I'm so conditioned to think this way.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up actually.
Yeah. And almost everyone is, right?
Have you talked to Dady about this? What does he think?
Riev, give me your fucking Yoshi. I'll play you once. You play like that. He's like, fucking, I knew he was trash. I won't give him a second chance.
You ruined your room.
You ruined my reputation. If he just checked my stream, he would know it was not me.
Yeah.
Anyway, what? Sorry, what were you about to say?
Yeah, have you talked to Dady about this? Because I'm wondering, like, because he's really good at getting good. I feel like, and I wonder like what his opinion is, or when he thinks he's good and stuff like that. Because I don't know. Yeah. Because it would be interesting to see what he thought.
But I think most smashers also are sadly like results oriented. I think it's hard to avoid because we still are like in a tournament setting. But what we should be trying to enforce is that not only do you compare yourself to others as your main form of improvement, you can still have it as a secondary form of improvement because it's still nice to know that you have to beat someone. It's also kind of direct because you would have to have applied a different strategy in order to beat someone that you hadn't before, in some sense. So in that sense, it could be good to know that you can to measure your level of skill compared to how you beat others because it's still somewhat of a check. It checks if you learned a new strategy. The only problem is it doesn't take into account what they have learned in the meantime. So what you should do is you should also be aware of your actual progress in learning the strategies, whatever the strategy may be. If it is learning a new combo, how to do it. Maybe yesterday you knew you could do like Shine Bear out of shield 3 times out of 10, and now you can do it 8 times out of 10. Like that's a huge improvement.
Really? Yeah, but it's I think you have to do it more consciously.
Yeah.
That's what's hard.
You have to do the hard thing about Melee, really, and now I'm just going on a rant, but is that literally everything you do in order to improve has to be a constant effort. Or conscious effort, sorry.
Yeah.
And not only does that mean in-game, but that means also out of game in the sense of trying to build your confidence. Like I had a period of time consciously where I wrote a list, and I think it's like a 20-something, 30-something page document right now, where every day I played Melee, I would mention objectively good things. And these weren't like, okay, I beat this player. It was only based on my play, like, okay, today I did this textile practice. And today I played Melee despite not really feeling like playing Melee. Or like, today I played friendlies against this Marth for 1 hour and actively trying to focus on this. And in that sense, I actively put time and pressure on myself to force myself feel like I'm making improvements, even if my opponents are making improvements as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's. What was I thinking? I had a good thought. I think that's. Isn't that like the most? It sounds like a really concrete way to like realize when you've gotten better or something. Or like it sounds like a really good way of practicing.
Yeah.
And I think like it's like taking it a step further, where some people say like, okay, when you play Founders, just decide to focus on one thing. Like this game, I'm not gonna get grabbed.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And
Yeah.
you try to do that, and then after a few games, you manage to not get grabbed a single time.
Yeah.
And it's just like making the same thing, but way more concrete.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. But I think what the difference is that that thing is in the game, what you're doing, but afterward, there's no executional barrier to writing down what you have done. There is no conscious effort that needs to be, or rather, there's no outside variable that is drawing your attention. Because like when you're in the game, you're still looking at the opponent. You're watching what's happening. Maybe you're listening to music or whatever. Like there are things that are drawing your attention. Whereas after you've played, you can just turn everything off and sit down for like 5 minutes is a lot of time even for that, and write down like a few notes like this I did good.
Yeah.
And that's the difference, because when you're doing it in game, it's harder to first try to focus on something to improve in and of itself is really hard. And then adding to that, you are then after trying to focus on improving, trying to give yourself credit in the meantime, that also takes away from your focus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it would be really really hard. I wonder how people become so good then, if they are that conscious.
And the thing that I wanted to, because you touched on talent a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is almost turning into one of my fucking lessons I have. By the way, I have lessons now with Cone's Academy if you want to check that out. But there is no fundamental difference between your or my brain in the way it interacts with Melee. In the same way as there is no fundamental difference in the way that your brain interacts with Melee than Mango's. From the beginning, when you first picked up the controller, to what he has done with the work he has put in, you have the same playing field, if that makes sense. Because you're both Savannah monkeys.
Yep. Yeah, I won't. I won't
argue against Savannah monkeyism.
Yeah, I'm a real.
Unless you're against evolution. We're both creatures of God.
I'm a real monkey.
But
yeah, that's true. Good point.
And in that sense, what he has done that is different from you is probably he's more concretely decided on things he wants to focus on, and then put them into, and put more time into doing that than you have. And that's literally every person that has ever been better than you, right? It must be the same.
I mean, yeah, like in a larger scale, yes. I mean, it's a very good argument.
And I'm kind of doing you dirty here by having you play at the same time, because it's like...
Yeah, I don't know if I can argue against that. I think though, like, what makes Mango good at that is probably, like, I mean, you can factor in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
What you actually, how much, I don't know. How do I even do this? No, I agree.
Because do you agree that if we replace Mango with you, and you practiced the exact same way Mango did, focusing on the, like, for instance, let's put a coach in for the both of you.
Yeah.
Let's put you and Mango at age 14 both in the same room, and then there's a coach telling both of you exactly the same things, and you have to do exactly what the coach tells you, both of you, at all times. If you and Mango focused the exact amount equally to what the coach said, you practice exactly the same things as each other, and you practice for just as much time as each other, logically you would be the same.
I mean, if you don't think anything about what's it called, environment and
genetics.
Yeah, and genetics. And I mean, we're probably
like to some degree, I can agree. Like maybe reaction time could have some effect.
But in general, I agree.
Yeah.
We probably would be. I would probably be like lucky.
Yeah. At least. Right?
At least, yeah. Was that like toxic towards lucky?
No. He's so stupid that even though he's done exactly the same things as Mango, he's still trash.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah. Okay, but I don't know if this is an interesting topic. I don't know if people actually are interested in hearing this. I mean, everyone who's played Melee for a while would probably think about, like... Because have you ever felt bad about Melee? Like, really, really emotionally, like, dude, I fucking suck at this game still. I hate losing to these people, or I'm stuck in the same place.
No, not... I mean, I've felt stuck, but I haven't really cared enough, you know.
Yeah.
And it's also so silly that the less I care, also the better I get. I feel like the times I play the best is when I haven't played, and the times where I've actually beaten people is when I really should not have beaten them. Like, I remember, like for instance, one day like that I beat Dante, who usually always beats me.
Yeah.
I hadn't eaten all day, I don't think. I hadn't had, like, I was feeling so tired. I thought I only slept for a little while. And then I beat him that day. And then I beat Psycho. I had never beat him after I drank like half a whiskey bottle. So it's just silly in the way it works.
Yeah.
I don't know if I answered the question. What was the question?
I actually have a hard time remembering. Let me think a little bit. We were talking about... Oh, it's the same guy.
Let's see.
He's gonna quit out. You're gonna pick Yoshi. Pick Yoshi and quit out. No, I don't remember. I have no idea. We were talking about if the topic of mentality was interesting, and then we talked about what being good means, and then we talked a little bit about when you haven't tried, you play better.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah.
I feel like, at least.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, I agree in the moment you may be playing better, or the games may be having interactions that go in your favor, but logically you can also understand that if you literally did not play at all, you would definitely not be as good as if you did play.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it's somewhere in the interaction between caring the right amount.
But that's the hard balance also. Like finding the state where you don't care but you play consciously, or when you play, or like when you make conscious, when you want to make conscious like decisions, for instance, like reading a role or punishing a habit.
Yeah.
But then you can't be conscious at the same time.
Yeah.
I gotta start resting him when he rolls in.
But I also think like, well, I don't know. I think it also, a lot of it depends on what types of goals players set for themselves. And this is very different between like, because I think people think about the game more generally than they should a lot of the time. Like for instance, you mentioned once, and I don't know if this is exactly word for word, where it was just like a general example, but you said like, okay, this game I want to focus on not getting grabbed. That as a goal is like, to me, unreasonably hard and not really easily digested for a brain. Because like, if you were thinking about it this way, the game is fundamentally built on 3 building blocks, right? There's grab, there's doing an attack and shield.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're saying I will just not get hit by 1/3 of the entire game,
yeah, that's really hard.
It's really hard, and not only that, but not getting grabbed would also mean that you cannot get comboed into grab. And what does combo mean? So, and what situations, because this is like a fucked up thing with Melee, right? Because neutral game, in some scenarios, is kind of just a punish game that you react to. Or rather, that sounded so fucked up, but like, imagine this, right? Neutral game, this is a situation that could come up in neutral game. You're standing at Fox's roll in length, right? And you're Falco and you're just crouching. You see Fox rolling in and you have so much time to react, right?
Yeah.
That starts out your punish game. And it was a neutral interaction you played. But that was a very conscious effort by you. You chose that this is the interaction that's going to play out and this is the option that I'm going to cover.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas that specific situation is very digestible for the brain, right?
Oh yeah.
Because you know the spacing you should be at, you know the animation you are looking for, and you know the follow-up you want to do. What you're telling your brain is, if you see this, do this, right? Whereas don't get grabbed, they could grab out of dash dance, they could run off an aerial, an empty landing, dash grab, they could spot dodge in the grab, roll in the grab, aerial in the grab, they could ledge dash grab.
You can do anything.
And many of these things are not reactable.
Oh yeah, but that's a hard thing. Yeah, it's impossible, pretty much.
And then you would understand, because if you were playing and you're just thinking like, yeah, I don't want to get grabbed this game, you will probably get frustrated with the goal, or you would lose focus because the goal is not clear enough to the point where you will feel like you can keep focusing on it. Whereas if you were to decide that I'm going to keep shining his roll in, or resting in the case that you talked about earlier, you've mastered this in a sense because you understand the situation completely.
Oh yeah.
The information you have is told.
Yeah, and that's what because this is much like when I did there was a thing when Rollback came out.
Yeah.
Where they did speedrun challenges.
Yeah.
Trying to get like 20 wins in the fastest time. And I was noticing, like, because I was focusing on like getting quick starts, you know? Finishing combos fast, making sure to hit the edge guard, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm noticing that I'm getting like just from like 20 minutes I'm actually playing differently.
Yeah.
I can even like do that now probably. And start playing way better. What was the point I was making? Yeah, but it actually, like, being conscious about it works.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah, but we're switching the topic.
Yep.
Because I feel like I've just rambled for a bunch.
I think we have points. So.
If you want to see more interesting mentality or Melee-related improvement stuff, check out Cone on Patreon, and maybe in the future, if I put up some lessons, subscribe or whatever.
Do you have students now?
Yeah.
Nice.
I have 2.
That's cool. Where are they from?
The US, both of them. I got a third one actually. So I'm originally only supposed to have 2, but one of them, after the first lesson, got in some financial issues and couldn't keep taking them, like couldn't afford.
Okay.
So they dropped out. But then the new person came in and filled up the slot. So then I had to do 3. I have to do 3 lessons. Oh. And the last of the lessons I'm actually having tonight after this.
That's really cool.
This session, yeah. I want to talk about. I guess it's sort of mentality related, but it's What is your next goal with Melee or with Life? I will zoom out a bunch with this.
Next goal with Life is getting. I want to do. I want to learn like JavaScript to the point where I can get a job. That's like my goal for 2021. Just like learning to do programming, so I can get the work a job where I don't know, make decent money. I guess that's for that's for my real life. And then Melee or real life. Melee is very much real life. But Melee wise, I want. I haven't done many combos that I think are cool enough to be in the next combo video. So I want to get more cool combos, and I want to like I make up these things in my head sometimes. So like for instance, one combo that I talked to Ludde about is like doing Captain Falcon on Puff. Like downer to knee, just without anything else, just straight downer knee, and then I try to hit that one.
Yeah.
It's just to get the clip for the combo video.
Yeah.
Because I want it in my video.
Yeah.
So I want enough good clips to make the new video. That's all my goals, Melee wise.
Yeah.
Maybe actually. I'm trying to think about, like I feel like when I play Melee, it's really different from day to day how well I play. It's sometimes I can't even move. I feel like sometimes I can actually do crazy stuff. So I want to figure out if there's some easy way to start, playing well all the time, or at least not having like stepping up my standard. Because I don't know how to do it. Like, I can play super well once a week, but the rest of the time I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Do you know how to fix that?
Maybe you could practice more at playing even when you're feeling bad. And in those moments. Because the thing that's happening mostly, right, is that when you feel worse, you will pay more attention to the times you're failing whatever you're failing.
Oh yeah.
And in doing so, you will keep failing more because you're paying more attention to things that are going wrong.
Oh yeah.
Whereas when you're playing better, you're enabling yourself to focus more on the game or whatever you want to focus on, right?
Yeah.
And so what is usually happening is you are in a bad physical state, and while in a bad physical state you are more prone to noticing negative stuff, and then getting hung up on them. But for practicing it, you could practice while feeling worse, like playing while feeling worse and specifically focusing on tech skill or whatever. You could also pay attention to exactly what types of things you are failing, like executions, and practice doing specifically those while feeling tired, or even just practice doing them specifically in general. Because if you're failing something when you're feeling bad, you haven't mastered it to the point where you should be. Because you can wave dash even when you feel like you suck.
Oh, yeah.
You could at least do the inputs. And in that way, then you probably haven't mastered the inputs that you wanted to do. The specific inputs, rather than the general. Because improving something that's so big is really hard. Whereas specifying every single bit until it becomes so easy that you could do it in your sleep is way easier. And that's kind of what Armada does. Is he just grinds the same shit on CPU Captain Falcon over and over. There's a reason he doesn't lose to people that are worse than him almost ever. Is he plays Peach with a good character for that, but also because he keeps doing the same things he has to do to win over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
But that's maybe the problem, because I want to do it differently every time.
Yeah.
So that's not gonna work. Or I mean, yeah, that's a way different way of thinking about the game. Because I don't want to do the same thing.
Well, then maybe you don't want to be consistent.
Yeah, I think that's maybe the case more than anything. Yeah.
But maybe work on consistency, or maybe not at all.
Yeah,
at least trying to do cool combos.
Oh yeah, that's true. You can do that even.
Because in combos you could work on consistency, see, right?
Oh yeah.
And that you probably want to do. Because you want to be able to have more times where you could do the sick combo, right?
That's true. That's very true. That's probably a good way of doing it. Yeah, I agree.
I realize now at the end that I never gave you an introduction for any viewers that didn't know who the fuck you are. Which is really funny. I just jumped into it like everyone knows 7bananas.
I don't really
the most famous person.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think too many people outside of Stockholm.
Except in Gothenburg. That one. Could you tell us about the great flame war of Gothenburg?
I don't even know how it started, but for some reason I started beef. Oh yeah, it was Växjö. It was Växjö when
in Smash Facebook groups. You came into the Växjö group, is that true?
Yeah, it was Växjö, which is a small place in Stockholm. No! They're gonna kill me.
In Sweden.
In a small town in Sweden.
Yeah.
They started their community, and the Växjö, they posted a power ranking.
Yeah.
And then I don't even remember what I wrote, but I wrote something like Stockholm, Stockholm, Stockholm over and over in caps. And then people got mad at me. I don't know why I did that. I think this was like when I was just using Facebook to like shitpost.
Shitpost, yeah.
Which I unfortunately can't do anymore because I don't actually. I could, but I guess I'm older now.
You miss it.
It was fun. But then, who was it? Was it like some Gothenburg people saw it and they didn't.
No!
And they didn't like it at all. And I even heard from John Corv, I think.
Yeah.
They were thinking about banning me from attending Beast. I didn't know this until earlier this year. But I don't know, I think I just said Stockholm something.
Yeah.
But I don't remember being
posted
an asshole.
a bunch. I think you just spammed.
Yeah.
And you were posting shit that was also like haha bice or something similar.
I don't remember.
From what I can remember, it was at that level at least of competency or trolling or whatever. And they were just like, because the funny thing is when I think of that instance, you were probably the most controversial smasher at that time, which is so funny to say.
So funny.
In the sense that in Stockholm you were very well liked by everyone, I think. There was at least no one that was like, fuck this person, we have to ban him. Whereas in Gothenburg, and any region really in Sweden that wasn't Stockholm, you were seen as a massive asshole and a troll.
That's so weird.
The perception is so different.
Yeah.
Because when I heard of it, I hadn't checked out the Facebook posts, and when I did, I thought they were hilarious because I knew the context in which they were said.
Mm-hmm.
Like I knew that you were just having a laugh, right? You weren't trying to hurt someone or piss someone off, or
Yeah, no way. That was never my intention.
No. But the way that they perceived it was like you were the worst person.
I mean, it could have really been any post also. Any post that got attention, I probably would have done the same thing. But for some reason, Växjö got under the gun. I don't know why. And then, remember after that, people called out like 7bananer at tournaments. They didn't say anything else to me. And I think it was because of that post.
Yeah.
Because then they knew my name and then they said stuff. Or they didn't say anything really.
They just yelled your name.
Yeah, they said my name, but then.
I think I may know who this person is.
Yeah, a bunch of people.
Was it different people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like people I have no clue till this day who they are.
Yeah.
Did he laser turn on up tilt?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna
go back into the logs.
Yeah, I'm gonna check the Facebook posts because I don't remember them at all.
Thanks for the funny, by the funny. The follow. Thanks for the funny.
Thanks for the
Lol, Yubs need help. Thank you for the funny.
Oh, that's real fun.
I was going to ask you about commentary as well.
Mm-hmm.
How did you end up commentating the first time with Ludde?
I don't know.
Why did it?
I don't remember. I have no clue at all. I can't even. I knew that I had. I was feeling. I stressed to get to the tournament. I think it was coming from work, and I had my sub, and I had also ADHD medicine.
Mm-hmm.
So I was feeling like really strange. It's a very strange thing to do.
Yeah.
And then I came there, and I think that someone did. I don't know if I signed up for commentary, or if I just got put there because I was at the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
But then I decided that this is I'm gonna have a fun time.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna talk. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
No.
I can't remember. Maybe Felix remembers, but I don't know how I got put on commentary.
Yeah.
I think I asked Tios maybe.
Was this not at one of the Red Bulls tournaments?
Yeah, it was at the one where
E-Weekend?
Yeah.
Where Nebby was there and shit?
Yeah.
The one, isn't that the one where you talked about the Netherlands? And then you said, and it's not the one in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's the same. That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah. Wasn't the first one, if I remember correctly. Probably not.
Wasn't it? No, it was not the first.
But that was one of the ones that stick out in memory.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was. I think it was my favorite one.
Yeah. Do you enjoy doing commentary as a whole?
I think so. Yeah. I especially, but honestly, mostly I think I think it's so fun to just sit and ramble about the game, and then I try to
barely about the game.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Barely about the game either, because I think. Like I've played for so long, I've come to the point where seeing something new doesn't really happen often. I can see when someone plays well. I can see when they don't play well.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of people are probably also feeling the same way, and that's why I think Tough and Scar.
Yeah.
Why they're so light is because they don't really talk too much about the game. They talk about everything that the game has to offer.
Yeah.
More kind of
storylines around the game or the set or.
Yeah, and then you can just stop talking about the game at all. Kind of.
That's your new innovation you brought to the table.
Let's talk about.
They talk about the game less than general commentators, and you're like, let's just not do this at all. You're mostly doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean it's there are tons of people who do great commentary. I really do think that there is a place for commentary for the game, because
Yeah.
I mean it's great, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that kind of commentary.
I think you and Ludde have the best, in my opinion, just local pools commentary. It's kind of like the vibes you got from Slime and Ludwig early days. I don't know if you watched them.
Never.
But they're basically just making jokes and having fun on calls, right? Because it's pools, nothing really interesting is going to happen. And if it happens, they like notice it, of course. But usually they're just talking a bunch of shit. And it becomes paradoxically, because you're so good at that style where it just feels like you're two guys who randomly hopped on the mic. It becomes even funnier when it is done in a professional setting.
Oh, yeah.
Like if it is a Red Bull weekend and you're sitting there and you're just talking like about some random shit that has nothing to do with the match or commentating on how people look or something like that.
Very much so.
The dynamic actually feeds into the whole esports because it makes you realize that we shouldn't take ourselves so seriously.
Yeah, maybe.
Merry Christmas.
It's late Christmas. Yeah, I agree. It's way more funny in that setting.
Yeah.
It was also way more funny to do in that setting, because you know when I'm sitting there on the mic and I'm forgetting that I'm commentating, so I'm deciding to like start eating the ice cream, and I hear Livas telling me in the headphones, asking me please not to eat on the microphone. And, you know, you feel so stupid, but I wasn't thinking about it.
I think Liva laughed so much he almost pissed himself from the story.
Yeah, it was funny because he forgot to. It was. I think that was the funniest moment when he forgot to mute himself, and you can hear him just sitting there laughing his ass off. It was really funny. I'm happy about it.
Yeah. I think that was super funny. As a memorable moment in Smash, for sure.
Yeah, it was one of. That's actually one of my better memories. It was really fun. I think.
Yeah. I have a question about your motivations of doing combo videos, right? Because you really like making combo videos, from what I can tell.
Yeah, that's most of the time. That's why I play. It's to get a cool combo, or to do nothing. But I
just stand.
Yeah, they kind of.
You just boot the game, press start, and then don't touch your controller.
My mindful environment.
Observe the game as it unfolds.
Yeah, but that's I want to try to make cool and new combos and put them all in a video. Try to at least make someone see something like a combo that they or something that they didn't expect, maybe, or maybe like use moves that are hard to hit. Like for instance, I dream about Marv's reverse fair tipper, where he hits with the fair a tipper when the sword is between his legs, like in the end animation of it.
Yeah.
And like connecting that into a combo. I've never seen anyone like regrab from that. I mean, I probably won't ever manage to do it because it's so hard. It's just stupid. But that's like stuff cool. Like that. That's kind of what I want to do. And I'm not good enough to like hit combos like that consistently, or like even play on that level. Most of the time I can barely move, I feel like. But that's what I would like to do.
Yeah.
And that's what I think is fun. Or at least... Oh no, he ran away.
It
It's
ran
coming
over.
after him. But yeah, I don't know why combo videos. I mean, I guess it's the best medium to capture stuff like that.
Yeah. Was cool. Oh shit.
Yeah, but that's
Do you have any combo videos in the work?
yeah. It's fun edited, fun titled. This number 6, I think. It's coming out soon.
Where can the viewers at home watch this?
You can watch it on 7ban on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
It's my YouTube channel. I occasionally make other videos too, but mostly combo videos.
Yeah.
So you can watch it there. If anyone subscribes, I'll mention them in my next combo video.
You will have like a really inaudible, like maybe your mic is just way too loud.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks so much for subscribing, but
I'll promise to Easter egg you in somehow.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to shout out? Your stream?
I want to no. Stream's over.
You don't stream anymore?
No. It's I think I'm done with stream.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to shout out all of Stockholm community. I think it's my favorite community of all community. I don't know any better. I want to shout out Flippy, being a good cemeterian, staying at home, not spreading disease. Also hosting great tournaments and everything like that.
Yeah.
Some people don't notice. I notice.
Yeah.
He tries really
For
hard.
sure. Yeah.
I want to shout out everyone is like all of the friendlies that we play.
Mhm.
Max, Jason, always fun. I want to shout out Nobody, of course, my favorite friendly player.
Adam and Mattias.
Of course.
Spraken radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The good times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there are a bunch of more people that should have shoutouts. Shoutouts to Ludde also.
Yeah.
Commentary.
We usually do at the end of these
Mhm.
set between the two of us.
Oh, wow.
Would you rather do a set of like a serious set, or would you rather do something funny like an Iron Man or something? Because to me it doesn't matter.
I feel like let's try Puff Yoshi.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Oh shit, buffer 10. I'm just setting up the window.
Or we could do an Iron Man.
To me, anything's fine. But we should probably set it so both of us can play.
Okay.
Oh, my controller's not. Let me just fix this. Why is it not registered? Oh,
Is it four character Iron
I'm
Man?
an idiot. We could do 4 characters.
Yeah, let's do.
Do you want to do the just pick whatever characters?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do we blind pick the first one?
Yeah.
We say 1, 2, 3, and then we call it.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Captain
Pika.
Falcon. Okay.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Stage. Do you want to strike or battlefield?
Not
Too
bad.
random. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Good luck.
Good luck.
I didn't know you had a Pikachu. Ooh. No!
Nice.
I didn't know I had Pikachu.
I learned it because Sophia's. Oh, I want to play this stage. Because Sophia's learning it, so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Dog jag?
I know.
Okej.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go! Fan, fuskigt att jag fått sitta och värma upp i 2 timmar. Okej. 3, 2, 1, go!
I think I lost this in Iron Man. I think I lost the stock also to the Fox, so this is my next to last stock.
Okay. Oh, nice. Really nice.
Ah. Nice. That was a start. So you have one for Marth and then one for your final.
Yeah, this is raid boss. Oh yeah.
I forgot that too.
Yeah,
Okay, so
so easy. I wonder if I can take a stock with my Marth. It's gotta be hard.
okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, nice. You got the stock,
Mm-hmm.
and you get the counter pick.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay. Well, shoutouts to the Yoshi main in chat that just followed. Sup. We're just about to end the stream. That was the final Iron Man. Thanks for tuning in, though.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Super last minute surprise guest.
Yeah. I am like the Jack in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually had another guest planned, but they got sick.
It's a secret guest.
Secret guest.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked 7bananas like literally 2 hours before you came, if you could come, and you were like, "Fucking yeah, let's go."
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out in the chat and watching.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a very nice day.
I'll see you next time.
Bye bye.